Engine parameters monitor, so let's exit this and let's look at the engine parameters. We have everything that's in the green, EGTs, engine temperatures, power 3%, RPM, fuel flow. Let's check all two that it's picking up the load. And all two is picking up the load. Now we can turn off pitot heat, ice, landing lights, nav lights are off. And we don't have any indicators, so we are good. Let's go to the maps page. I'm gonna exit engine. Go to checklist, flaps are up, radios and avionics are set, cabin heat. Fuel selector, we are on the left tank, which is the fullest, so it's good. Now we're gonna release parking brake. We checked everything at Van Nuys. This is confirming with this. We have blue over green. Airspeed's reading 0. We are reading airport elevation at 70 feet. So everything looks good. Van Nuys Tower 204 Romeo Mike. Sorry, Camarillo Tower 204 Romeo Mike at the cafe requesting taxi. Student pilot for my first solo.
November 204 Romeo Mike, Camarillo ground. Runway 26, taxi via Golf 2, Golf Alpha.
Golf 2, Golf Alpha 204 Romeo Mike.
4 Romeo Mike, say type aircraft and direction of flight on departure.
We are Cirrus SR20 slant Golf. Would like to do 4 touch and goes. 204 Romeo Mike.
4 Romeo Mike, roger. And runway 26, taxi via Golf 2, Golf Alpha.
Golf 2, Golf Alpha 204 Romeo Mike.
Do you want to do full stop taxi backs or do you just want to do 4 touch and goes? Is that what you said?
Can I do 4 touch and goes, 204 Romeo Mike?
Number 4 Romeo Mike, affirmative. You can have as many as you like.
Thank you, sir. 204 Romeo Mike. Here we go. This is my first solo. Been waiting years and years to do it. I have many hours so far at Mach 1 Aviation School. They're great people. I have a lot of confidence. Camarillo Airport, Los Angeles area in California. First solo. Let's do it. Okay, so he cleared us. Golf 2, Golf Alpha. So there is Golf 2. Then we're gonna make a left on Golf, right on Alpha for runway 26. We left off Captain Charlie Bednar at the Camarillo Cafe. He's gonna shoot me on the approach, but I'm not sure if he'll be able to catch me on the touchdown. So, seems like a slow day, which is kind of surprising because Oxnard Airport had a NOTAM. The runway is closed, so I thought that all the traffic landing at Oxnard would come to Camarillo, but it's not. It's usually busier in lunchtime because they have this wonderful cafe here. So we're coming up on Alpha. There's taxiway Alpha. I'll do a quick run up here. Make sure that the checklist is good. HSI 350 is confirming with this. We have blue over green, airspeed's reading 0. This is airport elevation. VSI is reading 0, and the inclinometer is pointing outside the turn, so that's good. Attitude gyro turret coordinator is good. Before takeoff, so we're gonna put doors are latch, caps handle, yes. Air conditioner, fuel quantity is good. Fuel selector, fullest tank. We are on the left, which is the fullest tank. Flaps 50. So left is down and right is down. Transponder is set. We're actually squawking VFR. Autopilot is check. So we're gonna check the autopilot. It is engaged. I can go left, can go right, forward and aft. So let's disengage the autopilot and then retrim it for takeoff. Autopilot is good. Nav radios, we have ground and tower for Camarillo Airport. Cabin heat, brake, mixture full rich. We did do the run up, so I don't need to do it again. We did it at Van Nuys just half an hour ago. Trim set for takeoff, and we are set for takeoff. Autopilot is disconnected, and pre-takeoff checklist is complete. Alright, this is happening. Camarillo ground 204 Romeo Mike, should I switch off to tower, sir? I'm at Alpha.
4 Romeo Mike, if you're ready to taxi up to the line, you can taxi to the hold short line and contact tower.
I'll taxi to the hold short line and contact tower 204 Romeo Mike.
Camarillo ground 3508 Juliet on Charlie, ready to taxi to the restaurant.
Number 3508 Juliet, Camarillo ground, taxi to the restaurant via Foxtrot.
Juliet.
Okay, boost pump on, mixture full rich. And we are at the hold short line for runway 26 at Alpha. Switch off to
6.
tower.
Start in runway 26, 15 Charlie.
Camarillo Tower, November 204 Romeo Mike, holding short at Alpha for runway 26. Touch and go, student pilot first solo.
Number 204 Romeo Mike, Camarillo Tower left closed, traffic approved, runway 26, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 26, 204 Romeo Mike, student pilot.
Data 15 Charlie, traffic ahead and to right 4 miles, proceeding you to the field indicating 100 knots. Cessna, descending out at 2,200.
We got him in time for 15 Charlie.
Cessna 3 November Delta, runway 26, cleared to land.
Cessna land 263 November Delta.
Cessna 872, number 2, follow Cessna north of you in the tower, runway 26, cleared to land.
Alright, let's go. Full power.
Cessna 15 Charlie, number 3, maneuver to follow the Cessna.
Airspeed's alive.
26, clear to land.
Number 3 behind the Cessna 26, clear to land. 15.
Maintaining center line, looking for 65 knots for liftoff speed. There's 65, ease back slowly. And we are off. Now next we're going to look for 85 knots to retract the flaps. And 500 feet to turn left crosswind. There's 85 knots, but I want to be above 200 feet. There's 200 feet. But we lost 85, so let's lower the nose. There is 85, and flaps are up. Left is up, right is up. Let's continue to climb at VY, 96 knots. Gonna bug my heading for runway heading. And we're coming up on 500 feet, now we can turn left crosswind. And next point is pattern altitude, and I'll reduce the power. I'll keep this turn coming, crosswind 2 downwind. Little right rudder, stay coordinated. And there's 800 feet. And I'm going to reduce the power to 50. Keep that turn coming for downwind.
Cirrus 4, Romeo Mike number 4, follow twin Cessna 5 mile final. Report traffic in sight.
Low, 1 mile.
Number 4, I don't have that Cessna in sight. Could you call my base 204 Romeo Mike?
4 Romeo Mike, affirmative.
Number 4, there are 3 people ahead of me landing, and I don't have any of them in sight, but she's gonna call my base turn.
Traffic, no bearing, low, less than 1 mile.
Okay, I see a shadow on the runway, so that must be number 1. I'm a bit fast, so I'm gonna reduce the throttle.
11 o'clock, same altitude, 1 mile.
Alright, 100 knots, that's good.
Traffic, 11 o'clock, same altitude, 1 mile.
I don't see that traffic. Okay, now I see that
Traffic
traffic.
3 November Delta, contact ground point 8.
Ground 3 November Delta, thanks.
Cirrus 4 Romeo Mike, base turn approved.
Turning base 204 Romeo Mike.
Romeo Mike number 3, follow twin Cessna, mile and a half final, runway 26, cleared for the option.
Looking for the Cessna, clear for the option 204 Romeo Mike. Okay, below 119, flaps full. Everything's looking good so far. Turning final approach. I'm gonna be around 80 to 85 knots here on final. So I'm gonna go ahead below white arc. Flaps full,
Cessna
right is down,
872,
right is down.
Taxi with Bravo,
Alright,
contact
final
ground
landing
28.
checklist. Boost pump on, mixture full rich.
872.
Doing 79 knots, so that's pretty good. I'll reduce the throttle. Start the descent. Airplane is trim. The approach seems stabilized. I can't tell from the PAPIs what the indication is. I think I see 2 red and 2 white, which is a great indication. Align myself with the center line of the runway.
500.
80 knots is perfect.
Just a 15 Charlie, contact ground point 8.
Ground point 8, 15 Charlie.
I don't think there's anyone on the runway. Yeah, 2 red, 2 white. Perfect. Looking good.
Camarillo Tower,
Straight.
easy, 888 Echo, ready 26, right down.
Easy 82, Triple Echo, Camarillo Tower, hold short, runway 26, traffic landing.
82 Echo, holding short 26, traffic in sight.
Bit shallow descent rate, but that's okay.
Camarillo Tower, Musketeer 6098 November.
Okay, runway made, power to idle.
About 5 miles east of the airport, inbound for landing with Tango.
Number 6098 November, Camarillo Tower, make straight in, runway 26.
Straight in, runway 26, 98 November.
That was amazing. That was amazing. Alright, and we are up. Flaps up to 50. Little right rudder tracking runway center line. That was a great landing.
November 8 to Echo right down when approved. Runway 26, clear for takeoff.
Okay.
Takeoff 26, 82 North.
200 feet above. And above 85, flaps up. Looking for 500 feet and I'll turn left crosswind. Climbing at 96, perfect. Tracking runway heading. Everything's looking great. Except for that sun hitting me in the eye. There's 500 feet. Turning left crosswind. Did 1 touch and go, 3 to go.
600.
Make 1 big turn, crosswind to downwind. Coming up on parallel altitude. So I'll cut power to 50. There's parallel altitude, turning downwind. And we are on downwind, tracking parallel altitude.
November 9 or 8 November, runway 26, clear to land.
Runway 26, clear to land.
100 knots. I'm gonna add power to maintain altitude. I'm a bit fast. It's a bit of wind, so I'm gonna cut power. Increase pitch.
4 Romeo, Mike number 2 follow, Sundowner, 4 mile final, runway 26, clear for the option.
Clear for the option, 204 Romeo Mike, looking for traffic.
Long Easy 8 to Echo, frequency change approved.
82 Echo.
Okay, speed is 102. Like maybe 500 feet above parallel altitude, I'll get it down. There's 100 knots, that's perfect. Slightly descending. And I'm looking for the traffic. It's on a 4 mile final.
Traffic, 10 o'clock, same altitude, 1 mile.
I think that's the traffic she's talking about. I got him on TCAS, but I don't see him actually. Okay. Traffic in sight, 204 Romeo Mike.
Cirrus 4 Romeo Mike, roger.
Okay, I got that traffic in sight. I'm gonna turn base, runway 26. Airspeed's looking good, altitude is good. Sometimes I have a tendency to overbank the airplane at slow speed, so I need to keep an eye on that. Alright, below 119, flaps 50. Slightly overshot the runway. Quite dark, flaps full. Getting it back on the center line. It's 85 knots, that's good. Start the shallow descent. Back on the center line. That's a stabilized approach. A tad bit slow. Add a little bit of power. Pitch for airspeed, power for altitude. Airspeed's good now. I think that airplane number 1 has touched down. I think it's clear of the runway.
November 98 November, contact ground point 8.
Ground point 8, 98 November, thanks.
Airspeed's looking good, everything's looking great. Maybe a tad bit low, I'm gonna add some power. For some reason I'm needing a lot of power on short final. Okay, runway mate, power to idle. Alright, that's another great landing. There's 65, slightly pulling back, lift off, flaps 50. Looking for 85 knots, staying coordinated, tracking the runway center line. It's about 256 heading, let's bug that. 200 feet above, 85 knots. Nose down, flaps up. Climbing at 96, best rate of climb. There's 500 feet, turning from upwind to left crosswind.
Cirrus 4 Mike, traffic higher off your left, descending into Oxnard. Twin, or correction, the King around 1,400.
High, less than 1 mile.
Thank you for looking, traffic in sight, 204 Mike. There is parallel altitude coming up, 1 large turn, 2 downwind,
6098 November, holding short of
power to 50,
Alpha, requesting right downwind departure with Tango.
Musketeer 6098 November, Camarillo Tower, downwind approved on a 26, cleared for takeoff.
26, clear for takeoff, 98 November.
Tower Alpine 1937, now number 1, short of 26.
Alpine 1937, Camarillo Tower, short 1826, waiting now for release.
Holding short 26, Alpine 1937.
I don't think we're following anyone now, so this should
4
be...
Romeo Mike, traffic holding short runway 26 of Beach 1900 to report traffic in sight for wake turbulence.
I got the beach, holding short of runway 26 in sight, 204 Romeo Mike.
Cirrus 4 Romeo Mike, maintain visual separation from that traffic, caution, wake turbulence, runway 26, cleared for the option.
Here for the option, can I extend my downwind for wake turbulence, 204 Romeo Mike?
4 Romeo Mike, affirmative. Alpine 1937, traffic on the upwinds, a right downwind departure, and runway 26, cleared for takeoff.
Traffic inside, runway
There's a
26,
King Air
cleared for
taking
takeoff,
off.
Alpine
It's probably going to generate some wake turbulence, so I'm going to extend my downwind to stay clear of him, even though it shouldn't be a big problem, but, you know, why not? A bit fast, reducing throttle, pitch for airspeed, power for altitude. Below 119, flaps 50. Left is down, right is down. .204 Romeo Mike, turning base, runway 26.
Romeo Mike, roger.
This will be number 3.
Sundowner 908 November, squawk 1200, frequency change approved.
1200, 98 November, thanks.
Alpine 1937.
Base leg, wings level, flaps full.
Alpine 1937, good day.
Good day.
Turning final for runway 26 at Oxnard. Touch slow. Actually, it's fine. This one looks like a very nice approach. Look at that, the airplane is properly trimmed, everything is looking great. .76 knots.
500.
There's the 500 call out. See 2 white lights, 2 red lights, so that's pretty good. 79 knots, tracking runway center line. Everything's looking great. Tad bit slow, add power. Now again, for some reason, I had to put a lot of power. But the airspeed's good. So I can reduce some power, trade it for airspeed. It's like 79 knots. Runway made, power to idle. Amazing landing. Full power. 65. There it is. Flaps 50. It's like this is going great. Maybe I should just like continue doing 10. It's only 620. But I wouldn't do that to Captain Charlie. Alright, lower the nose, looking for 85 knots. There is 85, flaps up. Now looking for 500 feet to turn left crosswind. There's 500 feet, turning left crosswind.
.600.
Alright, and here's pattern altitude.